Can shapes with the same area have different perimeters? Well, before we answer that question, let's make sure we understand the difference between the area of a shape and its perimeter. So I have on the screen an orange rectangle, and I've placed a grid on top of it. Let's pretend that we've measured the length and width of this rectangle, and we found that the length is 4 centimeters and its width is 3 centimeters. The area of the shape is the space inside. That would be the number of squares measuring 1 centimeter on each side that could fit inside this rectangle. And the grid shows us that we can fit 3 groups of 4 squares in here, which would be 12 square centimeters. So you can calculate the area by multiplying the length by the width. So the area of our rectangle would be 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters. And that equals 12 square centimeters. You can also write it with an exponent, 12 centimeters squared. The perimeter is the distance around the shape. So all we have to do is add up the sides of the rectangle to find its perimeter. Well, we know the length is 4 centimeters, so that means that the side opposite it must also be 4 centimeters. And the width is 3 centimeters, so this side must also be 3 centimeters. Now all we have to do is add up those measurements. So the perimeter equals 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3. And that equals 14 centimeters. Well, now that we know something about area and perimeter, let's see if we can answer the original question. Can shapes with the same area have different perimeters? Well, let's say Mom and Dad want to make a garden in the backyard. And the garden can only occupy an area of 36 square feet. So we're limited to an area of 36 square feet. What could be the dimensions of the garden? Well, the garden could be a perfect square, and each side could measure 6 feet. The length and the width would each be 6 feet, so the area would be 6 times 6, or 36 square feet. They could also make a rectangular garden that's 9 feet long and 4 feet wide. Another possibility would be a garden that measures 12 feet long and only 3 feet wide. Or the garden could be 18 feet long and 2 feet wide. And another possibility is a very long, narrow garden that measures 36 feet in length and only 1 foot wide. So each one of these shapes has an area of 36 square feet. And we know that because the length times the width in each case equals 36. Now let's calculate the perimeter of each shape. Our square garden has 4 sides, each measuring 6 feet long. So if we add the sides together, we get perimeter equals 24 feet. This rectangular shape has 2 sides that measure 9 feet, so together that would be 18 feet, and 2 sides that measure 4 feet. Well, that'd be another 8 feet, so altogether the perimeter would be 26 feet. This rectangular garden has 2 sides measuring 12 feet, that's 24 feet, plus 2 sides measuring 3 feet, that's another 6 feet. And the perimeter is 30 feet. This garden has 2 sides that measure 18 feet long, that's 36 feet, and 2 sides that are each 2 feet long, that's another 4 feet. So altogether the perimeter here is 40 feet. And finally, this rectangular garden has two sides measuring 36 feet, so that's 72 feet, plus the other two sides each measure 1 foot. 72 plus 2 more feet is 74 feet. So this is an example of 5 shapes that have the same area, 36 square feet, but different perimeters. So to answer our question, yes, shapes with the same area can most certainly have different perimeters.